One of our favorite sponsors is back with us, Sunset Lake CBD.
Yeah.
If you're looking for CBD that actually does what CBD is supposed to do, look no further than our friends over at Sunset Lake.
Let me break it down.
Break it down, Mel.
They're sustainably farmed, meaning they avoid pesticides and use sustainable farming practices to preserve the land for future generations. 1. 2, farm to table. They ship the CBD products straight from their door in Vermont directly to your door wherever you're at.
Now that's cool.
And third party tested. They test everything with a third party to ensure quality, dosage, and safety.
You got to go over and check out sunsetlakecbd.com. They have so many products. Break it down for them, Apple.
Well, they've got some new stuff going on. Like they always had pre-rolls, but now they got really cool packaging for it. And you can get CBD pre-roll flights of all their flavors. You can get the heavy hitter flight that also throws in some of their Keef blunts. They have a new CBD recovery body lotion.
I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other?
The other one with arnica.
The extra strength muscle rub, 3,000 milligram with 5% lidocaine.
So look,
Oh, yeah,
if you're
lidocaine.
sore, this is the stuff you want to rub on your body to make those aches and pains go away. They even have CBD infused coffee, so you can have coffee without the little jitter that you get from caffeine, and you have it in the morning and you start your day off right. Your body feels lubricated. You're going to sleep good.
Yeah, and also they have, if you kind of forget to reorder, they've got subscriptions.
And they're giving the No Simple Road family 20% off.
20% off.
Put
with
in the promo code NSR20 when you're checking out at sunsetlakecbd.com. You're going to get 20% off your entire order.
NSR20.
And don't forget those cute little gummy bears.
That's right. sunsetlakecbd.com. One of our favorite sponsors is back.
All right. Yeah.
One of our amazing sponsors is Shop Tour Bus. And you know what's
Shop
cool
Tour Bus.
about Shop Tour Bus is they want to make sure that you're not walking around naked.
That's true. At least the top half.
Yeah. They want to be sure that when you go outside, you have some type of clothing on your body. And why not, if you're going to put something on your body, why not have that something be something really amazing and cool and Grateful Dead inspired
And totally comfortable.
and nice and thin and cozy, comfy for the summertime and the spring and the winter and the fall and all that stuff. And with an amazing design on the front of it that is like nowhere else that you can find on the internet or the lot on the internet.
I mean,
Yes.
if the t-shirts were a playlist, it would be a dope set.
Fuck yeah, it would. Yeah.
That's all I can say.
And it comes to you in a really amazing all over print box with a bunch of cool little extra funky, fun, weird and different toys and whatnots, doodads and hoo-ha's on the
Candies.
inside. And some of you folks are going to get miracled by the family over at Shop Tour Bus. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to tell you right now.
They're going to get a miracle bootleg.
That's right. A cassette tape that's been traded through the Grateful Dead family forever and ever. And then it'll land in your hot little hands. And you'll be like, fuck, I don't have a tape player. And then you got to go over to the thrift store and get a tape player. It's a whole thing, but it's cool.
And they're magical.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because it's Shop Tour Bus and they're giving you free shipping. So when you're checking out at shoptourbus.com, put in the promo code No Simple Road, all one word. You're going to get free shipping. You might get miracled. You're going to not be naked and you're going to be happy. Shoptourbus.com. Yeah, there's a lot of animal name companies out there. You got Survey Monkey and MailChimp and Firefox, Dogpile, Otterbox, Food Panda, and Snapfish. But none of those animals are as cool as our friends over at Venue Llama.
Venue Llama.
You hear how my voice got all buttery when I said Venue Llama?
And Lorenzo Lamas. Is there CE?
No,
With his
Lorenzo
gorgeous hair.
Llama.
Lorenzo Lama.
And you're going, Aaron, what's Venue Llama? Well,
What's Venue Llama,
What's
babe?
Venue Llama,
I'm going to
Aaron?
tell you guys, it is where live music fans share helpful insider venue reviews and information based on their own experiences. You're not basing reviews on Carl's experience across the street.
How could you write about Carl's experience?
You can't. It's a place where pro showgoers can quickly review venues and exchange seriously helpful venue intel with one another. Head over to venuellama.com today to sign up for your free Llama account and start reviewing venues today. Review venues in the Llama base, upload photos in the Llama gallery, and add your favorite scene-friendly businesses, websites, and podcasts to the Friends page. All llamas registered by July 4th are eligible to win free tickets and Venue Llama gear. Go to venuellama.com. That's VENUELLAMA.com. And follow them on Instagram at Venue Llama.
And don't forget, they got a YouTube channel too with all kinds of cool stuff going on there.
Yep.
You make Venue Llama sound sexy, babe.
Thanks, man. It's definitely not Arena Aardvark. It's Venue Llama.
It is June.
Yeah, it is.
And it is exciting.
Yeah,
it is
it is.
summertime. We're all getting out and doing things.
Mm-hmm.
And you should get out and get your butts over to one of our fine sponsors, Fire on the Mountain.
Oh, yeah.
They are very well known for their chicken wings and all the different sauces they offer, but they also do all kinds of other delicious dishes.
Yum, yum.
And they have announced their new June specials for the Portland locations.
That's everybody cheering for the specials.
Yeah, and we could sit here and read through all the specials and everything, but it's a lot.
But the most important one is an uncrustable peanut butter and jelly sandwich dipped in sweet batter and fried, topped with powdered sugar. Whoever thought of that, you are my nemesis and my best friend at the same time. That's all I have to say. And if you're here in Portland, there's 3 locations here. There's 2 locations in Denver. Go in there, and then when you walk in, you say, "Hey, I'm ordering such and such and thus and so, and No Simple Road sent me." And they'll be like, "Dope," and they'll high five you, and then you'll have an awesome meal.
And here's your
Dang.
such and such and your thus and so.
That's right. You can't get that anywhere else.
No.
Go check out Fire on the Mountain. Tell them No Simple Road sent you. And hey, if you aren't in one of those places, go to portlandwings.com, order some of the sauce, get yourself some of their gear, and make sure to follow them on Instagram at FOTMPDX and FOTM Denver.
And don't forget to leave room for dessert.
Yeah, that's absolutely for sure. I want to go home right now because of it. I don't even have it.
I am home because of it.
Hey, check it out. It worked. You're home.
Hey, look at that. Hey now, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the No Simple Road Weekly Rewind, brought to you in collaboration with the Edible Beats out of Denver, Colorado. They are mystical, magical magicians making more music and munchies for your mouth.
Yeah, that's a good catchphrase there.
Hey, check that out.
That was great.
Yeah.
Good job.
Go check them out because you'll be richly rewarded with cool information, stuff that'll make your heart feel good and your brain tingle.
Think about like if you've got a really great idea. Well, all of those things will happen.
Oh, okay.
But also, if you're interested in knowing about good quality things, then this is for you.
Yep.
Truly.
Things. And if you're in Denver, you can go eat at the restaurant.
Quality things, experiences, food, people. That's what I'm talking
And
about.
hey, if you're listening to No Simple Road, that means that you like us. I would hate to think that you've tuned in this week because you
just
tune
to
into
get
things
angry.
that you
Just to
don't
get
like.
angry.
So first of all, I just want to say thanks, and that's for all of you that tuned in this week.
Yay, they
Good
deserve
job.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
we appreciate you a whole bunch.
Thanks, everybody.
And also, we love you. Yeah, that's another thing.
That's true.
That
We
I want you all to
absolutely do
know
love
about.
you.
It's been a really tiring weekend. I'm like, you know, when you're driving and the light comes on for you to get gas,
I do.
and then you're like, I can get off in like 6 exits. I got enough gas, and you get off the on ramp or off ramp, and the car sputters and dies, and you coast into the gas station.
Well, that's
me today.
mine is digital, so it tells me how many miles. So that won't happen.
Well, excuse me, fancy pants. I don't have that in my car.
Yeah, I've never ran my. I don't either.
How about you have a fucking cassette player in your car, bro?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I have nothing that tells me, and I've always wanted to see. You want to see how far you can go on that yellow, but then you worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, like my manual says, you have like 20 miles or so.
And when did you start counting?
Yeah, exactly. and then it's like, does
And
it
by
really?
miles, what do they mean? No, I'm just kidding.
Like accumulated feet added together to make miles.
Oh,
That's a good description, Apple.
Far
I
out,
never
man.
would have came up with that.
no, me either.
But I wanted to.
The distance that we measure called a mile.
Yeah.
dumbass.
Well, plus sometimes, like, do we really need gas? Like, what if it went to empty
We
and
can
you
go
just
back to
kept
hitchhiking.
running?
No, brother. I can honestly tell you, I know for sure that there
You
needs to
need
be gas in there. For damn sure, that needs to be in there.
I thought I figured it out.
Yeah, no, it's been a busy last few days. Yeah, we had a Dogs in a Pile played at Jack London Review on
with Bodie Mojo on
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday. It felt like a Friday night.
It did.
Yeah.
And we rode the train down there and
We were cute.
saw Dogs and Bodie Mojo jam
Saw
it
a
out.
bunch of friends and community.
Oh, it was a great
and-
night.
And
Great night.
First time Dogs in a Pile have played here in Portland, Oregon, and they sold out the venue. Another round of applause is definitely. I don't want to
deserve
overuse
it.
the sound pad, but
But yeah, sometimes they need
deserves it.
And
Yeah.
bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay bow wow yippee
Yo, yippee yay.
And then
That's how they sold out the Jack London Review.
that is, and then their generator on their what is it? The bandwagon. It went out.
with the little the BW
Periodic table
Yes, thank
bandwagon.
You. I like that.
Their generator went out, and they were like, "Yo, it's gonna be really hot in the bandwagon tonight. Is it cool if we stay at your place?" And we were like, "Of course, we would have it no other way. I don't want you to sleep in a hot box." So yeah, take them through that extravaganza.
That was super. Well, we had to leave. We had to leave the performance a little early
Yes,
because
we
we found
did.
out they were coming and we weren't prepared. So we rushed home to get everything set up in the basement in the house for them, and stop and get some snacks like you do for a band.
I can't
on the
believe they
road.
left all the snacks.
I
by
know,
the way,
you
I
guys.
can't either.
When you listen to this, why'd you leave the snacks? They were for you.
Yeah.
All you guys.
like big pack of
There was,
Oreos, and
cuties,
chips, and all that stuff. They
Yeah,
left
all
it
the
all.
granola bars, and we nailed it on that. They were all happy with the choices we made. I mean, it was a lot of good snacks. But
Yeah.
but we got home and it was about midnight. Aaron and Mel were tired.
Had to work in the morning.
Aaron
at
had to get up
5:30.
for work.
I didn't
And
have no
Mel was
excuse.
worn out. We
I was
came
just-
home busted,
yeah,
got
we
it all
were-
together, and I was like,
I mean,
you know
regular
what?
excuse.
You guys go to bed, and then they got here about 1:20 or so. They finally pulled in the big rig, which we were worried was going to block too much of the street. It happened to be trash day, so trash cans were all out around our cul-de-sac. Like all the weirdness
Fucking
all
No Simple
converged.
Roadhouse causing havoc on our street.
Yeah, they pulled up.
I was happy to do it.
Me
because
too, man.
We
Oh,
are
beyond
so
happy.
sweet. We're good. We're great neighbors.
We've been wanting them to stay with us
Since
for
we met 'em.
quite
No,
a
I'm
long
not talking
time.
about them. I'm just talking about our neighbors. Like we're great.
Yeah, we don't disturb anybody no more than the vineyard that went up above us that has
Yeah.
music until
No,
late.
dude, the
sometimes.
square couple down the street has bigger parties than we do.
Yeah,
But I
they do.
love, so the guys showed up and got them all settled over a little bit of time and hung out for a bit. And I finally went to bed about 3:30. And it's funny because we always kind of think they're going to be so tired. We've learned with bands staying with us, it's like they're going to be so tired after their performance, but it makes sense. You're like all
Jacked.
hopped up on adrenaline, and you just played for a new town and stuff. So
Sold
at like
it out.
3:30, I was about ready to just fall over. I was like, I'm going to bed, guys. Make yourself at home. And it is amazing to provide that for them. For bands on the road, it means so much to them to be able to immediately come in, start a load of laundry, jump in the shower, and just relax and like get out of the bus and have home for a few minutes.
Yeah, man. It was dope.
It's just never enough time. I told all of them, I was like, man, like in the morning, it was like, I wish we had more time. Like,
Yeah.
We've had that a couple times, like with Apollo Sons, where we had a night to be able to break bread together, make them a meal.
They're coming back.
And get to hang out and stuff. But usually, bands are, they're humping it. They got one day after the next, and they had to get up early, and that's why it's funny trying to wake them up in the morning so they could get to their next gig over in Bend, which was like about almost a 4-hour drive.
It was funny. I got up to go to work, and I came down to the studio, and I wasn't sure who was sleeping where. And I came in, and Brian was crashed on the couch in here, and I was like, oh shit, I got a meeting. Like I got to turn on my computer. I'm gonna wake him up. And it was funny, man, that his alarm kept going off, and he would like sit up cross-eyed and snooze the alarm and go back to sleep.
Well, and I just
they were
imagine
so out.
like
they were so tired.
we were like very considerate when we have guests and stuff, and you just I gotta keep thinking too. Like that was 8-9 of them on that bus, moving all the time, and so you're used to noise and disturbances and smells and everything. So I think disturbing them wasn't a problem.
I have to give huge props to Joey.
Yes.
Our street is a cul-de-sac. This thing was like 60 feet long or something with the trailer.
It is probably like a 30-something foot long bus, and then a 20 with the tongue and everything. It looked like a 20-something foot trailer. So
and so we live in a cul-de-sac, and
it's a pretty good size, but
turning around a 60-foot vehicle in this cul-de-sac, it's not made for that.
I'll be honest, I thought it wouldn't happen.
Joey is a fucking monster, dude.
I was picturing what you had mentioned the day of, like a worst come to worst, just have to go slow and back all the way down
the street,
which is about a quarter mile, or so. But it was funny in the morning because I gotten up, tried to wake Karen up a couple times, and was like, you know what? And I like looked at the time to drive to Ben. I was like, you know what? As long as they're out of here by like 9:30,
they'll be fine.
And then next thing you know, Aaron came in my room, was like, when are they supposed to be up? I was like, I tried to wake them up, but I think they're okay. Next thing I know, I hear everybody up, and I come look out, and you guys are all out in the cul-de-sac and pulled all the trash, like 20 trash cans from the neighbors, all into the middle of the cul-de-sac, so that he could start the maneuver,
like go around the outside of the cul-de-sac.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was like, what do you think about 12, 13 times
he had to
of
Austin
having to
Powers that
slowly
shit.
get the trailer to where it was, almost jackknifed, where you're going to mess up the
tongue
trailer hitch if you keep going, and then back and forth, got it out. Boys got on the road, and so it was fun.
That was Thursday.
So if you're wondering why I didn't say anything, it was because I was sleeping the whole boys when the whole boys were here.
Yeah, once it was all like they finally got the bus straightened out, and we had taken a picture. They were getting ready to leave. Mel's up on the top balcony like, bye, have a great day, everybody, have a good trip, be safe.
I just remember that turning around too. Mel's like, oh my God, Apple, you are so Portland.
I got a picture of it too.
I was like bedhead, my Ugg boots on.
Little hat.
Somebody posted it, in the comments of the picture I took of us, or that was taken of us. I didn't know, I think his name is David the Gnome, lived or hung out with dogs in a pile, and they were talking about you.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a fair comparison.
It was pretty funny. You actually were dressed exactly like him in the little picture they stuck in there. But yeah, got them on the road, and they made their way down to Bend. It looks like they had a good time down there. And then Friday night we had a family barbecue here at the house.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that was
had.
A triple birthday celebration.
Yeah. We did. We had triple birthday celebration. We had a barbecue. We had a fruit tray. Cody made this incredible 3-tiered beet puree, dill, yogurt extravaganza.
I don't like beets.
Yeah, and that was good. Ground lamb.
Oh my gosh, and hummus.
Pita,
not hummus, but
that's
pita,
what I thought. I thought it was some kind of hummus, and so I didn't even know what it was until
amazing.
Aaron mentioned that. He's like, I don't even like beets, but that was good.
That could have been a whole meal all on its own.
Yeah. And so after not sleeping really the night before, except for a few hours, getting up, going to work, then that night having a barbecue. There's like maybe 10 people here, and then yesterday we finally met in person with Dan Cohen and his wife and their daughter here at the house. Dan is the one that is responsible for getting No Simple Road to Oregon Country Fair. Yay. And we had a wonderful, that deserves one more. Here we go.
You know what? That's what this episode is about. It's about applause.
Yeah, praise,
the applause episode of No Simple Road. He's the one that's responsible for getting us to fair. And we had never met, in person. and meeting him and his family and just having a chance to hang out on the front porch.
It was a
and
beautiful
talk
day
and
for that. It was so gorgeous.
drink
out.
some chicha morada and hang out. And he gave us all the lowdown, the skinny, the whatnot.
Yeah, kind of gave us like our realistic expectations.
I mean, as much
of
as you can.
how to roll in there.
Yeah, and like Mel and I have a super gigantic Taj Mahal.
It's the
size
Hilton.
tent.
It's
Yeah.
the Hilton of tents.
Yeah.
I just love the extremes of the two tents that we have.
I know the one is like you can barely get in it kneeling down. The other one is like Walmart.
Yeah, it's got three. It's got three wings on. It's got 3 wings on
It's
it.
crazy.
We are always the only people in the campground that have a dressing room in our tent. Literally,
What?
like there's a bedroom, a front room,
No, you know
and
what
a
it is?
dressing room.
We have room for company.
You could literally put a couch, a
Yeah.
table, chairs,
Yeah.
a
But
dining table.
If you were staying at a campsite for a while, like 5 days, you want to be comfortable.
If I'm staying at a campsite for one day, I want to be comfortable.
Exactly.
That's why we bought the Taj Mahal in the
Exactly.
tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
But
know,
it's
going
a
to
lot.
yeah, and going to fair, not knowing what the situation is going to be like. That was one of the questions that we had. Like, is that tent going to be too big? He's like, oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You want to
Yes.
get us? You guys.
And then,
And
well,
we
then
were-
I'd forgotten mine. I threw mine in the garbage after String Summit because it had a tear in it. It was all jacked up. I could have used riders, but it was a 2-person Coleman tent where you have to get dressed like laying down on the bed. You can't stand up. I mean, it's comfy once you get into bed, but
Look, brother.
So I got a new tent. And I got a Gazelle 3-person hub tent. That like
Whatever,
pops
fancy
up in
pants.
90 cents. It made me feel better when Dan came over and he's like, "Oh, that's dope." He's like, "That's perfect size for fair."
Look,
And-
man.
Apple gets a gold star.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we have been through enough in our life. We have come to that stage in living on planet Earth where you do not deserve to be laying down getting dressed inside of a
No.
dome tent.
No,
You don't deserve that. You deserve better for yourself, man.
yeah,
And I'm proud of you. You got a dope ass setup now.
yeah. And when I learned at String Summit too, because taking some acid and having a rough night,
Having
and
butt
being
issues.
being in a little, basically like a big enough for a Boy Scout on a Boy Scout outing. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that
like,
is-
okay, I got to man up.
That's
so.
Well,
acid, butt issues, and fourth night of a festival.
Yeah,
That's a recipe for nightmares.
I was going to say, what about Jason's friend? I can't remember his name. He had the smallest tent in the world, and he was
Oh, it was like the size of a person.
Yeah,
His
and he was
tent.
totally fine.
Antone.
Antone.
Yeah, Antone. Yeah, he had this
Antone.
tiniest tent.
It was basically a sleeping bag that popped up.
Yeah, people have seen that. Yeah, it's like a tent that fits over the top of a sleeping bag. It is the width of a sleeping bag,
I thought
and
it
you
was
crawl
cute.
inside it.
Yeah,
Well,
real
like
cute.
he's like, and he truly lived up to that. He's like, I'm a minimalist, and I
Yeah.
brought too much shit. And we're like,
He had like
what?
a bag and a bag for his tent.
Yeah, and then he pulls out and he makes
Living
an
off the fat of the
instrument
land.
out of the gas can and like fashions his own instrument in camp, and he was kind of
He's dope.
Yeah,
inspiration.
Can do, man.
And then today, Mel got up at 4:30 to go to work, and I got up with her, and then I met Cody, and me and Apple went out to Rhythms Ground to go see the progress for Mojo Family Fest, and it's close. It's very, very close.
Wow.
It's gonna be something, man. Those two, I don't understand the amount of energy those two have. I'm talking about a weekend right now where we like went to a concert, had a barbecue, and played some guitar, and I can barely talk. Those two have been steady,
Yes.
like working. Imagine, everybody listening, imagine like the hardest day you ever had working in your yard. They've been doing that all day, every day for the past 3 months. Like
Whoa.
consistently.
Yeah, all day,
Yeah.
every day, and then a whole lot before that
Yeah.
too.
And then also taking care of their family and dogs and kids and
Celebrating
and
graduation.
other things- and other things on the property.
Hold on. Congratulations, Payson.
Payson, congratulations.
Yeah, I
Yay.
graduated.
But yeah, so we went out and saw what Ben has done, and it is no small feat. and have.
They've got pretty small feet, and they've done it.
That's true. They're not like a big couple. They're small in stature. Well, like we show up there
and big.
Where's Tiff at? Tiff is they're multitasking. Oh, Tiff's up in the trailer wrapping up the flooring, putting in some flooring and stuff because that needed to get done this morning. And
as we're walking the grounds, Ben's like showing us everything that they've done, and he's just like stopping and ripping root balls out of the ground barehanded like an animal, and then just continues walking and talking and like. And
then we're like, those burn piles don't seem that like they're kind of smoldering. And
God!
He just sticks his hand like
a knife. Like he takes his hand flat and starts smashing it down into the burn pile.
Until
he's like, oh, it's not hot yet. Oh yeah, there it is. There, it's burning me now.
Yeah, it's molten down in there still.
Yeah, so. We went out and toured Rhythms Ground to make sure everything's cool, and it is going to be good to go. I am super excited, and then on the way home, it's about an hour drive back, and I got in the car and immediately fell asleep on the way back, like all the way out.
Yeah, you were trying to stay. That was cute because Aaron's like trying to kind of stay awake. Cody like granted you permission too. He's like, just kick back and go to sleep. You don't have to talk or anything. I was like, just like
dope.
Yeah,
his car is comfortable.
Yeah, man. That car is comfortable. It rides smooth. What is it? A Telluride?
Yeah, I like road trips there.
You know, we just talked a couple of weeks ago on the show about like burnout and burning the candle at both ends and what you do when you've burnt the candle at both ends. And it's amazing to me, like how abrupt my body is with like when I've done too much. I get to a point where I can't physically do anymore. I can't.
Yeah, you got a stopping point.
I can't talk. I get like dumbfounded. I don't want to look at anything. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to make any decisions.
You also look different when that happens.
What do you mean?
Your physical appearance looks different. You look
distant.
Yeah.
Fuzzy.
Distant.
Out of
your
focus.
Dark circles get black. Your skin gets pale. You kind of, like Apple said, you look like far away.
Like I'm getting ready to disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like you're kind of hiding inside yourself.
That's how I feel. I feel like. Do you remember in I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one, Men in Black, and they're in the morgue, and they go down there and they take the face off of that guy, and there's that little alien in there with the controls.
Yes,
that's how I feel when I feel like this. Like I'm the little alien inside, working the controls, and the body's breaking down. It's really weird, and I've been noticing it more lately, like since we've all started taking better care of ourselves, and we all have. You and I have upped our vitamin game. Like Apple's upped his game. Everybody's doing better.
I didn't say.
You had that look like, well, I was always, and I could hear your thoughts.
So now you're talking to my thoughts.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow.
Preemptive. I know what you're thinking,
but I've noticed since then that like the changes are way more abrupt. It's not like
what changes?
Like when I've done too much, it's hard stop. It's not like a gradual off into the sunset and I'm tired now. It's like energy, and then boom, hard stop, and I've got nothing left. And it's very recent that I've been feeling like that. Like I said, I don't want to talk. I don't want to look at anything. And then also, like, when I get that tired, I feel like a baby that's overtired and I can't fall asleep because there's just too much static.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to you?
That was me last night. We were all so tired. First of all, last night was like a funny dinner. Or the three of us and Ryder are always very talking, especially like at dinner where we're at the table together. And when we go out to a restaurant or something, Aaron took us to this Peruvian restaurant last night, and we were all so quiet. Other than like ordering our food, we're watching soccer, which this is not a soccer or sports household. I'm into sports, but not soccer. But we're totally entertained by the the sponsors and
out.
all the extravaganza of soccer, but so freaking quiet, which is weird when it's like that, but we're all on the same page. And then we got home. I was so tired. It was hard to get up out of the car. And then, when your eyes get so tired, I had like itchy eyes yesterday too, because we've been outside a lot too, and allergy season is kicking it this year.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as I closed my eyes, it hurt. So bing, eyes open and stuff. I couldn't fall.
It's like sandy.
Yeah, I couldn't fall asleep till like almost midnight. My allergy eye drops, like, oh, that helps for about 2 minutes. And then it goes away. And yeah, so it
Do you get like that too, though? Where you just like, you don't want to talk, you don't want to see anything, you don't want to listen.
You nailed
to
it last
shit.
night. You're like, I'm talked out. I'm talked out. And then we were all quiet at dinner.
What about
just waiting for our food to come? Like, I want to eat. I felt like your mom, like, let's hurry up and go so we can hurry up and get home. I totally felt like that. Like, I just want my food now, and then I want to transport home.
What about you, baby?
What?
How does yours manifest itself?
Like my fatigue?
Yeah.
I think that like the same kind, like I start to break down. I start to want to do naps. That's really what it is. My body's like, you need a nap. Because usually I don't nap. And if I nap, it kind of messes me up for the evening, like then I'll stay up late and I got to wake up at 4. Like that just doesn't make any sense. So I would start coming home and I'm like immediately put on my pajamas instead of like put on something to go out and like do work outside my voice sounds a little funky right now. I can totally tell, but like just it's like tired. Like your voice gets tired, your energy gets tired. I don't want to I don't want to create anything. I'm not in the mood to like be down here doing collaging or treatments, or I don't want to do none of that shit. I just want to like.
I said yesterday that
reading was the best.
Two of the best things that have happened in the past few years are you getting into fish and getting into naps. It's my two favorites.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Well, I feel like naps are here to stay too.
So is fish.
Last night was funny too because I didn't say anything, but in my head I'm like, yeah, right. You both were at dinner. When we get home, tonight's a movie night. I was like, these two are not going to watch a movie. We came in the house and Mel went to the bridge. It was, I didn't see you guys again.
No, and we went in there. It was funny, dude. This is funny. I go in and Mel's like, I thought we were going to watch a movie. And I was like, okay, we can watch a movie in here on the iPad, right? So like I get in bed and I go to turn on the iPad, or no, she was watching like YouTube videos.
I thought you were gonna tell him before that.
And I start like get in bed and I'm watching the YouTube video with her, and I'm already like one eye closed, falling asleep. And she's like, "Aren't we gonna watch a movie?" And I was like, "Okay." And I grab the iPad and bring it over. I didn't even get it turned on. I didn't even get the iPad turned on. I was like.
No, he was like, I want to keep watching this. I want to keep watching YouTube. And I was like not watching anything important at all. It was just bullshit.
Going through whatever.
Yeah. And he was like, I want to watch that. But like even before that, we planned to watch our movie. I went into the room, got ready for bed, and then just went into bed. And I was waiting for him. I thought he was going to smoke and come in and like do a movie night in bed because it was like late. Late is like 7:30.
Like 9:30.
Oh, was it
yeah.
9:30? Okay.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that is actually
that's late for us.
Yeah,
man.
that's late. But yeah, then you like stayed out for like 40 minutes out there. No, yeah,
it was
you
like
did.
10.
No, Aaron.
Anyway,
whatever. It was just really funny.
I'll say it wasn't too long.
It was.
I was like, there, everybody's down, including Ryder. Ryder was out too. I was like,
but we
guess
ended
I'm
up
going in bed too.
We ended up starting to watch the movie today. It's the new Avatar movie, The Way of Water, and man, I am a different human being. First of all, I love the first Avatar movie. It was freaking great. It's really, really cool. It was, the effects in it were dope. Like
it was another one of those groundbreaking movies. It was when it came out.
Awesome. This one is hard for me to watch. Like
you're also not in the best shape to watch a movie.
But even if I was, if I was wide awake,
it's got a lot to say about what's going on in the world.
Yeah, the content of the movie is like really jarring, and I was we were just watching it a little while ago, and I was like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to, like, not because it's a bad movie or like,
It's brutal.
But yeah, I don't want that in my head. It doesn't feel good. Why am I making myself feel gross?
Yeah.
Watching something that you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I know exactly. I do know what you mean because I was watching it with you, but I was also reading. I was paying more attention to the book, so I just kind of had it on background, and it is heavy. And when you don't feel like your best self, you don't want to watch some heavy shit. Even if you're feeling like your best self, it's hard to watch heavy shit.
I don't have any like
bandwidth.
Not even that. Like, I don't have any of my sensory guard up right now. I'm like open totally, and all that shit's just pouring in. It's like, wait a minute, why am I shouldn't do this to myself. This is not like as far as like media diet goes. It's like
eating a Cheeto.
Yeah, like seriously, or like
for your mind, yeah.
Veal.
Well, and that movie too, like I said at dinner, I jokingly said at dinner, because I think we talked about it before, when Aaron and Mel put on a movie, they're getting ready to relax on the couch, and they usually make it
halfway.
There's been times when within 5-10 minutes I come back by and they're already asleep, and I'm like, it's a 3-hour and 15-minute movie. I wonder how many sittings it's going to take you to get through it. And it is, the content is heavy. I mean, it really has to do with the way we treat our planet and people treat each other.
Yeah.
It's awful.
And everything.
And the environment.
And being that long, I mean, it really sets up a lot to get to the end and what happens. It's a long journey.
And it's really in your face, the brutality and the reality of what we've done.
Of the sky men.
So how do you deal with that? Like, there's got to be some. That's like watching the news,
or
you know what I mean,
History
like
Channel.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. What do you? All I can do.
No, I mean,
with
like,
that is like try and do better.
I'm not asking for like the solution.
To me, that the message like James Cameron had in the first one and this one really. I mean, this is so many years later, and things have gotten heavier and worse. Is like encouraging people to connect back to Mother Nature and the planet, and to be, that message of like, be compassionate, help others. It's amazing, that movie, the way the way they connect to the animals. They have their spirit animals they actually connect to, and it's sad to see like what do they call them, the sky men or whatever, sky people. Like when that first ship comes in,
it just burns the whole,
torches everything to draw. It's
for miles.
Yeah, and it really is kind of a commentary on destroying Mother Nature and beauty and life and other people, and
with no remorse.
And for the whole goal, like in the movie, the whole goal is to stop aging. Like there's an animal on the planet that
the whale,
center of its brain has a fluid that stops human beings from aging. So they're like hunting these things to extinction because human beings don't want to age anymore.
Yeah, because like that one vial is like worth $80 million from one of the whales that's in there.
And it's such
that's what this one's about?
Yeah. So we were just watching that. You were obviously reading when they were talking about that.
I'm deep in the country fair book, okay? The Brigadoon book and me are right next. We're pals. It's just so good. It's giving me like a refresh on the Fruit of the 60s, which was the
Brought
first.
It all back.
Yeah, because I mean, I read that along like months ago, and now I'm on to the second book and getting super excited for country fair. And we just had Dan over, like you said, yesterday. So all the characters and all of the places that have pretty much stayed the same or kind of just updated names, but like a lot of the things stayed the same and have grown at the same time. And it feels like I'm in it. Like it feels like
very good to be a part of it.
Yeah. Well, like
that's how this movie felt like I was in it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you kind of are in it.
I don't want to be in that.
Way.
And you know what,
but
man?
You know what I mean? Like you're in the world that's
totally
part of it.
And it's such a stark commentary on everything that like, I even asked Apple, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to finish. It's too much. I was like, just tell me, are they okay at the They're all right at the end, man. That's all I want to know. Like, is everything cool? Do they wrap it up good? And he was like, yeah, it's okay.
Well, Aaron always does that, and I hate doing that. It's like, you need to earn it, just like I do it with Aaron, because I know a lot, because I know at this point, most of the time he's not going to finish something if he says he's not going to.
Yeah,
he's like I can't watch anymore. Just tell me what happens, and I will. But my dad does that too. Will start. I just discovered this new show, like The Sopranos, and I started on season 4 because I don't need to know what happens before that.
No, I don't do that.
It's like, no, you got to start things, and you got to sit through it and pay attention and get the reward.
No, man, just tell me what happens. Just read me the last page of the book, brother. I'm good with this one. Like, I see how this one's turned out all around me in the world around us, and I'm good. Like, it's tough, man. It
really is tough.
And you know what's really like hard about the whole thing is, yeah, man, the message is there. We need to reconnect to Earth, to the planet, and realize that that's the thing that is caring for all of us, that we are part of it. And it is part of us. There's no separation between those two things. But we haven't done that as a species. We haven't done that. And the greed and brutality of man is the thing that has shown its face more often than not. And that is a brutal and harsh reality to be entertained by. I don't need that as my entertainment. I can see that right out my window in a million different ways. I can read a million different books all about that. I don't need that as like Na'vi and see it on another fucking planet. Like, that's hardcore, man. You know what I mean?
It's amazing the way what they created, what James Cameron created through, well, not just James Cameron, all the people involved.
No, it's just him. He did it all by
the
himself.
water world is so awesome. All the water world and the water people
fully.
And
I don't care about watching movies. You've trained me about like shows. Like, you'll get me hooked on shows, and then you're like, I don't want to, and then I'm like, I don't have the energy to
do this on your own.
No,
and I love shows. Like last night, that's what I ended up doing, and I ended up watching Renfield, because I started it the other night, was falling asleep, which is the new one with Nicolas Cage playing Dracula.
Is it a series or a movie?
It's a movie. It's a very dark comedy movie. Nicolas Cage is Dracula, and Nicholas Hoult from The Great, that plays the king or prince or whatever in The Great, little douche guy. It is
The Great.
It was really entertaining, but saying it's over the top with like blood and gore, kind of.
Oh my God! Why?
Renfield's power is, the history of Dracula. Like, Renfield eats the bugs. He eats the bugs because he only has a little bit of the power of Dracula, and instead of sucking blood and getting power from humans, he gets his power from bugs. When he eats a bug, he gets their power, and depending on what kind of bug or how big, the stronger the power. And he whips ass. He like punches people's heads off and stuff, and it just.
That's why I said to you last night. It was either last night or yesterday morning. I was like, I just want to watch cartoons, man.
I do remember.
I like cartoons, like Soul.
Something relaxing.
That was dope. Like, I love that movie. You're like Coco. That was so cool.
I haven't loved something like
Inside Out, man. There's nobody like. It's no end of the world.
To me, sometimes too, like one of the best is like watching like there's like a Brady Bunch marathon on.
I like that.
Like, take me back to the 70s when I was a kid.
Mel won't do it, but MASH is the thing that does it for me.
MASH, really?
Dude, I could lay there and watch episode after episode after episode.
There was like certain things we had to like drink that were nasty when we were little. It's like this,
like Pepto.
Yeah, and like fish oil and like
nasty.
Yeah, like stuff that's supposedly good but is disgusting.
Right.
And there's a certain feeling that it gave you, like you were in trouble, like you had to do this. Yeah. That's how I feel about MASH. Like, I have to sit down
and watch MASH and take this fish oil.
Like, yeah, it was like we were going somewhere that we had to sit still and we couldn't. Like,
that's the worst.
I can picture like Mel's childhood. I could like that'd be the worst night ever. Like, we're putting on MASH. You're taking your fish oil while I brush your hair.
Oh my God, that's fucking nightmare city.
Yeah, man. Just give me like some good, easy going. I want the visual equivalent of easy listening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Steely Dan vibes.
Yeah. I want some yacht rock watching stuff. Easy to like. I don't have to think. Maybe there's like a nice message at the end,
or good nature stuff, like a good episode of Planet Earth
the
or something.
monkey stuff is my favorite thing of all. Anything with cute monkeys doing
that
stuff.
Chimp Empire.
Yeah, Chimp Empire.
I put that on the other day, but was tired. I told Aaron I put it on. It was like they showed the baby chimp
Did you
in the
watch
beginning.
it?
I was like, I'm like, oh, how cute. woke up like in the middle of the night where Netflix screen is like, are you still there?
Here? Are you alive?
Are you alive?
Yeah.
I was listening to the Joe Rogan episode with the director of that, and it was really good. And I was like, did I see Chimp?
Yeah, we watched it. You and I watched it.
Yeah, which I didn't know until you were listening to that the other day in the kitchen. It's the same guy that did My Teacher, the Octopus.
Yeah, that's why I originally wanted to listen to it, because that movie, we never finished it, but it was really good.
So we
saw.
You never finished
No.
My Teacher, the Octopus?
No.
Oh, shit.
We don't. There's a lot of things we haven't finished.
You don't finish.
Yeah.
We're starters. Big time stars or starters. I would like to know from all of you out there what you think about what we're talking about right now. Are you down to watch stuff that is emotionally turbulent and be okay with it without it like getting
groove.
into you, messing you up, making you feel bad after the fact? I get taking the ride with the movie. I understand that. But for me, it doesn't do that. It sticks with me afterwards and fucks me up.
But a lot of times, like that's one thing that's always bothered me. It's like, dude, it's like to me, it's like going to a concert and you only stay for 3 songs, and it wasn't even jamming yet, and you go home and it wasn't. It was like, it wasn't that great. It's like you got to sit through the whole picture of the piece of art to get the entire message, and then you digest it, and I need the whole picture. Otherwise, you don't have any basis to make a decision.
I get where you're coming from, but like, I think it's an empathic thing, a little bit of
absolutely.
like over feeling stuff.
I don't think it's over. Listen, I don't think being an empath is over feeling. It's a sensory feeling that you are tuned into.
And it doesn't like, this is going to sound stupid, but like, there's no difference between the feeling that the movie's giving me and my own.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
by
I
that? Like, it feels like it's really happening. And I'm like,
that's the great thing
I can
about
make
cinema.
this fucking stop right now. I don't want to deal with that.
I don't like somebody else dictating how I feel. If I already off the bat don't like it, I know I don't need to stay for the rest. I don't want, like, I feel like my time is valuable in the sense, like, why am I letting myself feel a way I don't want to feel?
Well, that was something
or like look at something that's disturbing.
When I was in graphic design school, I had a teacher that used the term media diet, and it's stuck with me ever since then. And he was like, be very careful.
I've heard that term.
Be very careful with what you consume in your media diet, because all of that is in your subconscious.
Exactly.
All of it. And so what you're putting in is what's in there. Mm-hmm. And you can't choose what your subconscious decides to hold on to and carry with you.
Interprets it too, like depending on where, what kind of hangups or stuff you have. I agree. That's all I was going to say.
And that's stuck with me ever since then. And also, like what we're talking about here of like the feeling thing, I've been like that for a while, like a long while now. And I don't have as much tolerance for feeling shitty. So I'm curious what you all think. Like, are you able to go through that and go through the ride with stuff? Are you like me and you would rather watch like, Chimp Empire or the Universe or whatever so that doesn't happen? Or are you cool with both? Or, so you can,
I say another one.
You can call into the Tepid line 971-808-1524 and tell us where you land on all this. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I know what we're all on the same page when it comes to, because that happened years ago with me. I used to We used to love horror movies growing
can't
up.
do it.
I have no space in my head for horror movies anymore because it just there's no reward.
I just
for it.
ask myself. First of all, I'm like, somebody fucking thought of this shit. Like somebody was at home and was like, thought this up, and then not only did they think it up, they wrote it down, and then not only did they write it down, they went out and pursued getting money to make a movie so that other people could see this fucked up shit. How weird is that? Like,
It's pretty weird.
that's weird. I have a nightmare. You know what? I want all of you to feel like I felt when I had this nightmare. I'm going to go get Mel to raise $20 million so I can make a movie of the nightmare I had so you can all feel like shit for 4 hours. Wow. Cool.
And you wonder why I always say I don't like TV. I enjoy watching things with you only as a solo thing.
We're watching like bugs and like alien stuff. Like on the universe.
Well, you guys
Animal
love
Planet.
you guys.
I like
the one
being
thing you
educated.
guys love that I can't hardly stand except for a few minutes is like the reality dating show stuff.
Oh,
Because
that's when we're
it's
being
just-
cute.
That's like trash TV
that's just
stuff.
brainless entertainment to
Yeah.
entertain you and make you laugh.
like when I'm sick and I
Yeah.
don't want to we have to lay down
We've
for a while.
partied for 4 days and we're going to lay in front of the TV.
I feel like that's a certain kind time in our.
That's like fast food.
That's not like let's go upstairs and do that. Like that's no.
We're not in our room at 9:30 at
and
night.
thank God you guys aren't like, oh my God, we missed an episode. You just like put it on
Oh,
whenever
no.
you. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell are they watching?
Yeah,
And I come out
Housewives
and
of
you're
Beverly Hills or whatever
just
the fuck.
cracking up.
Because it's so like, it's antithetical to everything that we know. It's like it's like watching life on another planet, quite literally.
Yeah.
And it's
I've never thought of it from that perspective, babe. That's
Really?
very observant of you. I just think it's hilarious, but I never thought of it.
I'm like, holy shit. People
That's like
do
great
that?
entertainment. That's just entertainment where it's not affecting your life or speaking towards you or having a
exactly.
great moral message
Yeah,
that you
no,
need to
I
pay attention
didn't learn
to.
a fucking thing.
No, you just get a laugh. You get a laugh and hang out together. That's
man.
fun.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm really curious how our audience, how our listeners feel about this. Like, are we the only ones? Am I weird? I mean, I know I'm weird, but like, am I weird in this? Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, I do too, because I think as everybody's heard, like, I mean, I'm a movie and TV series. I'm a junkie when it comes to the screen.
Yeah, you can
Always
watch TV more than anybody I know, dude.
Definitely more than anybody I've ever known in my life.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Very
I'm like,
good at
how
it.
the
very good at it.
Yeah.
You are good at it.
Yeah.
You retain a lot of information. You're able to speak to different movies and shows, and
I'm very picky about it. Like, I don't hang out with you. Like, once in a while, we'll watch something together in the living room, but not that much. I get like tunnel vision. Everything disappears around, and I like get into it, and I can't do that. Like, the worst was when we tried to watch something and Simon and Ryder, like a movie I'd been waiting to see that I knew you need to pay, that I wanted to get into.
They wouldn't shut up the whole movie.
Just making fun of everything and like, oh my God, that idiot, that's not believable. And it's like, it's a fucking
I
science
find it
movie.
endearing because when do we ever sit down to do that? So I love it because it's not going to happen again. That's probably like me, like one in 5 times it will ever do that, and so I let it roll.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it.
Well, that's why it was fun when like we all love it, like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. That's always a great one to watch
It's just
together. We
Queer
love
Eye now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
They dropped.
They dropped For the Straight Guy.
Okay, say I don't know, but that's like really fun to watch together because we love that show and the makeover. Like Mel asked that a while ago. Is like, if they came to give you guys a makeover, would you do it to me and Aaron? We were both without hesitate, like, hell yeah.
I have a
How
few
those guys hook
stipulations,
me
though.
up?
You wouldn't
and
want them
a
to
new
cut your beard
wardrobe?
or
Not-
hair.
they could trim my beard and they could trim my hair, but I'm not cutting my, like, he likes to cut people's beards off, and it's not happening. Like,
Yeah, you can trim it up a little and everything, but yeah, I'll go. Yeah, take me shop. Or you take me shopping.
They do say that. Like, remember the lady that was like at the hoot nanny like dance place, and she was like, "You're not messing with my hair." Remember, like that was like the thing, and they were just like, "All right, we'll work around it."
Yep, you will work around it.
These are my stipulations.
That's right. I shaved my beard many years ago. My son came home and cried and said, "Where's my dad? I want my dad back." And I felt the same way.
Where am I? Yeah. I want myself back.
And I wore a baseball hat, and everybody was like, "Yo, you can't cover up your face with a baseball hat." So it was terrible.
I loved you still.
Yeah.
No.
You
Whatever.
met me without a beard.
Yeah, you were great without a beard when we first met. I loved your face. I think you have a great face.
Were you shaved head when you met Mel?
No.
Or were you
Yeah.
long?
I had very short hair and clean shaven when I met you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know this.
Which
for a
that's
fact.
weird to think
Yeah.
you're homeless, like on the streets, and you were clean shaven.
No,
and,
you were, not when we met.
Yeah.
You were not homeless when we
okay,
met.
not when you met. Okay,
Yeah.
the wrong question. I
Yeah.
guess when you
When we got
almost
married,
ran him over.
I had
and
like
found
stubble beard.
Okay.
When we got married. Yeah, it's been most of my adult life that I've had this.
You look good with a goatee. You look good with just a mustache. You look good with the beard close to your face. You look good with the long beard.
At this point, it's
fine.
a security blanket. I've had dreams where it's gone, and it's terrifying. Have you ever had the my beard's gone dream?
Oh yeah, yeah. Usually, but it's usually a dream where I'm dreaming that I'm younger. Like I didn't have a beard, because I have dreams like that every once in a while. Like you're in junior high school again or something. Like young.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like you're young. You're a kid again.
Huh.
I've also had that too, where I was like a kid, but like smaller and like a kid, but still looked like with the beard and stuff.
Little Jimmy with the beard. And he looks like a
It
gnome.
reminds me of Eddie Munster. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Pugsley.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
All right. So you know what? I don't know what the point was today. We're all a little tired.
You know,
Well, this week was one of those things. Like most of you listeners and people that have become close friends from being listeners said they just like to know what we did for the week and what we're up to, and that's kind of it. And we're also getting very excited now. You're listening to this on Monday. You've heard us talk about the Mojo Family Fest coming up this coming weekend, and all the work that Ben and Tiff and all the volunteers and everybody that has been putting this together. It's here.
yeah.
Yeah, huge shout out to the No Simple Road family,
Yep.
to the Able family, and
Bodie Mojo,
and
Jack.
yeah, just all of you, man. You're amazing human beings, and the work that you've all done to bring this thing together is huge. And for all of you out there, if you're up in the area and you've been like, I'm gonna wait and see what's going on, and I don't know if I'm gonna go, you should really come. It's gonna be fun, man. Go to
It's going to be beautiful out there too.
bodimojo.com. Bodimojo,
Yeah.
BODHIMOJO.com, and get your tickets. It's not expensive. It's 2 nights out there. We're doing a live podcast on Saturday at noon.
And this is a rare chance to see something start from the beginning, because this is just going to grow and grow.
This
and
I will say this, and I really mean this, like going to Rhythms Ground for this festival will be the equivalent of saying you were at the very first Northwest String Summit at Hornings. Like when Hornings was just getting started, this is the same thing. This is ground floor of a brand new venue that's going to be sought after by bands from all over the country and for all kinds of events. So go out there and check it out. You get to see something like blossom from something
You
into
get to
something
see it as
else.
a newborn.
Yeah, exactly. That's well said.
and help bring the magic to the land.
That's
and
right.
Grow it.
And that's what you do when a newborn is here. You bring gifts, you celebrate, you send blessings. And so if you can't make it out to Rhythms Ground or to Mojo Family Fest, send some blessings their way. I mean, it's summertime.
Send
it's
some
exciting.
mojo.
Yeah, send some family mojo their way.
Yeah. And hey, if you're not on the No Simple Road Patreon yet, you are missing a large part of what No Simple Road is. If you want to be involved with other people in the community and talk together and hang out and just be a part of this thing, that's how you do it. And by doing that, it also helps us pay the bills. So you win, we win. It's a win-win thing that happens with Patreon. So go to patreon.com/No Simple Road. You can sign up for as little as $1. Go to www.nosimpleroad.com. You can get merch there. You can sign up for the newsletter. You can see where we're going to be. You could get your episodes there. Lots of stuff going on. And leave us a review and tell somebody you love about the show.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool of you. If you do
We
that.
always say that's the best way to learn about. I know that's the way I love to hear things is from somebody I love that's a friend that's like, dude, you need to listen to this.
Yep.
Do you have something, Mel? You were pulling up on your phone? Or?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Looking to see if we had any reviews or anything.
Yeah.
You know, if you listened to the commercials at the beginning of the show, you heard us talk about Venue Llama. And I just want to reiterate that they're not just a sponsor of No Simple Road. That's the people that run that are family of ours. And it's a really fucking dope idea. And if you haven't had the opportunity to go over and check out venuelama.com, go check it out. What they're doing is like, it's hard to even like put into words. I guess you understand from the commercial, but if you've never been to a venue, like this is where you go to find out what's going on there. And all of us have had that happen where you're going to a venue and you don't know how the parking is or like where the sound is good inside or what the bathroom sitch is like.
What's cool is it's, you know, if you say you go to a venue, they've got a website, you can look up all those things, but
not really. You can't look up where the sound is the best or like.
If I could finish my sentence
go ahead.
without you cutting me off, then you would know, but you can't find out stuff that specific. You can find out where you can park or whatever, but like you don't know what the best like sub sandwich shop next to you is. And if you go to a Venue Llama and you put in all those fun little details, maybe you went to a coffee shop before you went over there. Maybe you guys sat one night under one sound system and then one night under another one and it sounded better or worse. And you put that in your description. So that's what I was trying to say.
You just did.
Well, there's no venue that on their website is gonna be like our security or dicks.
No,
No, they're not going to do that, and they're not going to give themselves a 3-star. We give ourselves 3 stars. We kind of
sound is really shitty in the balcony. The rafters rattle. You know.
Man. So I just think that it's a really cool idea, and I'm stoked that they're a sponsor of the show. But the reason I bring it up is because a huge portion of the people that listen to the show have intel about venues, and it's up to us to create that database of information for them. And they're giving away tickets to shows and stuff, man. I mean, and merch. So go over and check it out. venuelama.com. You get it, right? And that's it. That's all I wanted to say about that. So
look at Darwin. Darwin's having a dream.
We are we're gonna be back on Friday with another episode. Who do we have this week, Mel?
Young and Sick.
Oh shit.
Y'all gonna love that
Nick
one.
Van Hofwegen. You guys, this was a dope interview. We had a really, really good talk with him.
He's amazing. The one that he had like tell me what to draw, and somebody said Bob Ross.
Oh, the Bob Ross
Did
was
you
so
see
cool.
that? The Bob Ross that he drew
Loved
up, it's all psychedelic. It was
yeah,
dope.
So we'll be back with Nick, a la Young and Sick, on Friday, and we're gonna go get some rest. Apple's gonna make us some dinner, right?
Yeah, I pulled something together.
What do you got,
I was gonna make cod and other stuff, and I went to today's kind of a bloody day. I went to the store. They didn't have the milk that me and Aaron love. They're like all out of that milk, so I had to get a subpar milk, and they didn't have fish. I mean, they did.
There's no fish in the grocery store.
Well, they didn't have cod.
Okay.
You don't like, they had halibut, salmon, other fishy fish. But it was just like, yeah. So I'm making Calbee beef and broccoli and rice.
All right.
Like beef broccoli bowls.
Shoots, bro.
Yeah, Darwin's running a marathon.
That's crazy.
Hey, buddy.
Wow, the dog is like twitching like crazy in his sleep, man. All right. That's what I want to do. I want to go twitch crazily in my sleep right now. Anybody have any last words before we sign off for the day? Mel?
No.
Apple?
Watch your media content.
You want me to watch your media diet?
Share your media diet. And like Aaron said, share with us how you feel about things.
Yeah,
Reach out.
All right. We will be back next week with more stuff and things. Until then, smile as stranger.
Love one another. Love yourself.
Safety third. Hydrate. Make sure that you put on sunscreen and take care of each other. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. Peace.
But it's a burden. Family needs has been deferred, and hella means been the earth, and alchemy can bring the birth, the melody of a new born. So persistent, so resistant, so insistent, so commitment, so resilient, or haven't you learned it? No simple road. 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 My windshield is shattered as I focus through the spot in the corner that is still intact. The react is both a defense mechanism as well as a fear. We've traveled this road before, so we may think, but it's a tad bit of strange similarity that feed an A equal A complex. The fears of your past do not equal the perplexities of the current road.
Hello out there. Yes, hello out there, everyone. I'm Hal Schwartz.
And I'm Flynn McLean. Together we host None But the Brave, a podcast dedicated to the music and career of Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce and E Street Band are on tour right now for the first time in 6 years, and we're taking a detailed look at what's happening on stage in our bi-weekly episodes.
We've also been recently joined by some very exciting guests, including rock journalist Warren Zanes and Stephen Hayden, Backstreet's Magazine founder Charles Cross, and Barstool's Kirk Minahan.
If you're a diehard Springsteen fan, this is the show for you.
So please subscribe to None But the Brave on your favorite podcasting platform, and we hope to see you further on up the road.
Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you.